Hi, my name is Ishmael and today we're going to be talking about the conscious and the subconscious mind. Here we have the brain, and here we have the conscious. Now the conscious mind, as you can see, is a small proportion. This is about 5%. It can vary, but the average is about 5% of the conscious mind is what happens throughout the day. So you're 5% conscious, which means that when you wake up in the morning and you get up and you do your morning routine, you'll find that what you do is only 5% conscious. The rest is a routine. So you'll wake up, you'll get out of bed, you'll go to the bathroom, you'll brush your teeth, you'll have a shower, you'll do your makeup or not do your makeup, depends. And you'll go down, you'll have your breakfast, the same thing normally every day or a particular day of the week. It's a routine. You'll get ready and you go to work. Routine. Most of that, you probably won't even remember what day of the week you did it on. Why? Because it is not here. It is not here in the 5%. Most of it, most of what you do throughout the day is here in the subconscious, which is 95%. 95% of what you do is subconscious. Meaning that your morning routine, 95% of it is you waking up, doing your stuff. This 5%, we need to get this 5% active. We need to be conscious of that 5%. Now, most of us, unfortunately, with this 5%, most of us, what we do with that 5% is we pay attention to things that do not serve us. So what are these things that we might pay attention to? Well, unfortunately, the things that we might pay attention to that do not serve us are things like, what's going to happen at work? Who do I need to speak to? How often do I need to speak to them? What emails do I have? How many calls do I need to make? Who do I need to contact? Who's going to be annoyed with me? How many emails are late? How many this? How many that? Problems. Most of our conscious mind, here, that 5% is all about worry, is all about issues, is all about rubbish. You don't need to spend your time wasting your time with that 5%. No, this 5% here, you want to use this 5% for something more important, much more important. We don't want to waste that time worrying. What should we be using this 5% for? Well, we could be using it for creativity. So we could take this 5%, we could take it over here, and we could use it for things like job. When I say job, I don't mean things like, what am I going to do at my job? I mean things like, do I want a new job? What job do I want? What would be fulfilling? And this job should not really be a job. We should change that. This should not be a job. This here should not be a job. We don't want a job. We do not like jobs. What do we want? We want hobbies. That's what we want. We want a hobby. We want to spend this 5% of our time finding a hobby we love. That hobby that you love, you can take that hobby and you can turn it into a so-called job. Now when I say so-called job, I mean a hobby that pays you, a hobby that brings you income, a hobby that actually rewards you, not only in something you love, so you enjoy every day of the week, you enjoy every minute of your life, but also it rewards you with money. It rewards you with physical money, which helps you pay the bills, which helps you not only do your hobby, but do other things, expand your hobby, get a second hobby, and actually just build hobby upon hobby. And these will be multiple streams of income. They don't have to be jobs, but quite often if you do a hobby and you enjoy it, for example, you might enjoy doing yoga. Now, people might think, oh well, I enjoy doing yoga, okay, well I'm not a yoga teacher. No, you don't have to be a yoga teacher to get paid for enjoying yoga. If there is no one around who does yoga on a regular basis, you can just make a yoga group. Now this yoga group, you can have donations. Now, it doesn't need to be run as a business as it's donations. You're not running a business. So you can have a yoga group and you can have donations. This can bring you an income. If you like walking, you can turn it into an expedition. If you go places regularly, you go for walks on a weekend, you might find, okay, well, I'm going for walks every weekend, why don't I take people along with me? So you might find that you start a group walk, and every week you can just charge people £1 to do a tour of the area. You find out a little bit about where you're going for that week, and you can just go and charge people a small amount and have a huge group of people and do like a guided tour of the area. Now, it might not be something you want to do. I'm not saying you should go and do it, but these are things which you should be spending this 5% of your brain thinking about. Think about these hobbies you like. Think about the opportunities you can have in life. Think about these things. This is what you should be spending your 5% on. The other things you might want to spend your 5% on is savings. You might want to spend this 5% of your conscious mind on savings. Now, what do I mean by on savings? I mean by think about what you could be saving for. Think about where you could be saving your money. Think about how you can invest your money. Think about what you could be doing with that money. Now, I know a lot of you want to spend it straight away, or you find that you don't have enough money to put savings aside. Trust me, you have enough money. You all have enough money to put some savings aside. Might not be a large amount, but £5, £10, it might not be. It could be hundreds of pounds a month, it could be pounds a month. It doesn't make a difference. You put a little bit away every month into an investment and it will grow. And that investment can then reward you with something big. Maybe you want to go on a big holiday. Maybe you want to go somewhere you've never been before. Maybe you want to travel. There's a lot of things you might want to do. And you're not sure about how you can do them. This here, this savings, if you spend your 5% of your conscious mind thinking where you can put your money, where you can save, and turn it into a drive, decide, I'm going to find the money to put away to go to Africa, to go on an elephant safari, to go on a camel ride, to go to the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Whatever you want to do, maybe you want to go on a beach holiday, maybe you want to go diving, maybe you want to go skydiving. It doesn't make a difference. Just find something that you like to do, that you've always wanted to do, and get a passion for it. If you have a passion for it, you will find a way to put that money away. You'll find some way of saving, and you will spend your conscious mind working towards those savings. Now, every time you think, how could I do this? How could I do that? What options do I have? Where can I go? Every time you do this, you're expanding your horizons. You're finding new opportunities. Subconsciously, this starts to work. This subconscious, this 95% of your brain starts to work. How does this start to work? Well, it starts to work because your conscious mind is saying, this is important to me. It is saying that here, this savings is important. It has to go in here because I'm spending too much of my conscious mind. It will say this, hobbies, this is important. It will have to go in here because I'm spending too much of my conscious mind on it. It will find a way of freeing up time on your conscious mind. And finding a way of freeing up time on your conscious mind, guess what? It will find a way, your subconscious will find a way to achieve these goals, because your subconscious is 95% of your power and only your conscious is 5%. So if you can find a way to loop this into your subconscious, guess what? Guess what happens when it hits here? It hits here and it goes, and here gets 95% use. You then can turn it into something very, very important. You turn it into a subconscious habit. Now, a subconscious habit is something you really, really want in your life, because these subconscious habits happen without you thinking. They happen without you knowing. And before long, this subconscious habit becomes so ingrained in you that these savings over here will happen. You'll be putting money away and you'll go, oh, I've got extra money. Actually, I didn't realise I had that extra £5. Let me put it in savings. Bang! You got another £5 in savings. Before you know it, you've got enough money to go on that holiday, to start that hobby, or start that business. There's lots of things that will happen once you start spending your conscious mind doing things you love. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, whack that bell notification icon to get notified of videos coming out each and every week.